All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Hotlanta. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series visits Atlanta Motor Speedway tonight for a 100-lap race. It's race number 7 in the season, and if you're going to make a move, it's time to do it now, boys and girls. Who's got what it takes to bring home the victory here at Hotlanta? Very fast track. There's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, it's Hotlanta tonight, boys and girls. It is going to be fast, and it's going to be furious. Who's got what it takes to bring home the victory? Well, you know where you're going to find out? It's right here, TurnLeftTV. All right, thank you so much for coming in here and joining me on TurnLeftTV. Greatly appreciate you being here tonight. And should be a fun one. We got a fun one in store for you. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at High Octane Racing League and TurnLeftTV. And Atlanta, a lot of fun, man. 100-lap race here tonight. And flag-to-flag coverage for you. Race number 7 of the season. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That is EliteHostingUSA.com. Not only server packages, but how about hosting your website or your online store, VPS hosting, or shared web hosting? You can get those accomplished through EliteHostingUSA.com. That's who provides our servers here at HighOctaneRacing.net. Don't forget to join us over there. Good quick link to our Discord server. Love for you to come in and join us. And you get updates of point standings, what series we have running, also who's running what throughout the week, and a quick link to TurnLeftTV. Don't forget to join us over at HighOctaneRacing.net. Getting some guys joining us in here. Jesus Iglesias, my God, where you been, bro? Portugal, Spain, all over Europe. And I didn't even get an invite. Wow. See how it is, man. I see how it is. We got to refresh that. Sorry about that. First mistake of the night. There'll be more. There we go. Good to see Jesus. Flavio in here as well. I've done some racing with Flavio before, and good to see Flavio in here. Gibaldo always giving us the play-by-play or what to expect throughout the race today, so best of luck to Gibaldo tonight. And hopefully Jesus has made it home safe back to Brazil. Sort of watching his, following his vacation through Facebook. We want to send out our well wishes, by the way, to Dennis Shudich, and here he is tonight in the 47 car. They've had a tough way to go over there in his part of the woods. He lives in Kharkiv, Ukraine. And, man, it's been a bit of a tough week for him. And definitely sending out our thoughts, well wishes, prayers to all the people involved in all that catastrophe that's going on over there, man. And we love Dennis. Saturday Night Thunder champion. And here he is out competing. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning there, too, man. He's out competing here with us tonight. IndyCar Series final race of the season will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on TurnLeftTV. Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, a 50-lap race. And we're going to crown the champion. We got a 2-horse race there in the championship. So you may come down to the last lap there between Bruno Kolev and also Alexei Salviev. So I don't want to miss that. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's tomorrow, July the 8th. We'll take a look at the schedule here in the Buschwackers series. You see, we are at Atlanta tonight for a 100-lap race. Next week, we'll be at New Hampshire. Man, that track is absolute murder for me. 110-lap race there, very flat track, mile in length, and it is a tough one, man. Pocono Raceway coming up after that in Richmond, the short track, 130-lap race to finish out the season on July the 28th. If we can get the standings to come up here. Man, we always have a little bit of a mess up on that for some reason. Unprofessional. See, Craig Marizon has the points lead. Franco Alvarez second. Shaw Jacobs sits third. Claudio Bardelli fourth. Gordon Carter sits fifth in points, tied with Ed Palumbo. Archie Vieta is seventh. Todd Robillard eighth. And Dennis Shudich in ninth. Rounding out the top 10 is Gibaldo Spindola. That helps us out a little bit there, doesn't it? See P11 through 20. Chris Hughes 11th. Steve Pierce 12th. Lucas Simpson 13th. Preston Hassel 14th. Data Grover is 15th. Gilmar Peixoto 16th. Dan Richter, Paul Brown, Tiago Gomez, and Jim Willis rounding out the top 20. Take a look at page number 3. Some of these guys, obviously part-time guys, being summer and everything. Qualifications underway. Take a look at the 71, Gilmar Peixoto. His qualification attempt in. So Peixoto in a 71 car. Time to beat Franco Alvarez right now, I think, has the time to beat 30.377 for him. Paul Brown, 30.097. Very fast run there for him. He's at the top of the grid. Gilmar second on the grid with that run. How about Josh Brink? Josh Brink out here as well joining us. So good to see Josh out racing with us. He's in the 2 car. Budweiser sponsor machine. 29.932. Alvarez coming back and answering the call. Very tight there between he and Paul Brown. Preston Hassel third. Josh Brink is fourth. John Stanley. Good to see John Stanley back. He is fifth. Lansbury up to second on the grid. How about that, Tim Lansbury? And Palumbo in the 54 car, Mela Yellow sponsor machine. 12th on the grid there for him. So Bardelli Jr. to the top of the grid, knocking off Franco Alvarez, the battle of the South Americans. Bardelli Jr. hailing from Brazil, Alvarez from Argentina. The border battle there. And 29.902 for Bardelli Jr. Palumbo looks like in with that 11th place so far, I should say so far. But Arthur Vieta out on the track. Looks like he's finished up his qual attempt as well. Looks like those guys have done their quals, and they will go through the drivers' meeting. Saturday Night Thunder will be back in action tomorrow at Atlanta Motor Speedway, race number 6 of the season, and it is 110 laps at Hot Atlanta in the Cup Series. That should be a fun one. This is a fun series, and these guys don't get a lot of notoriety, but they mix it up with the best of them. And Atlanta Motor Speedway coming up tomorrow in the Saturday Night Thunder. So it looks like these guys have finished up their qualification session. That's going to give us a chance to get this party started. All right, we're back. And these guys still going through the drivers' meeting. Don't forget to help me out by clicking on the links down in the description of this race and following those over to the Sim Lab website if you're interested in purchasing a sim rig or some. They got some new pedals out too, man. Or some equipment for your sim rig. Please give Sim Lab a look, and if you decide to buy something, please use my link. I would greatly appreciate that. Also, EliteHostUSA.com. That's who provides our service here, so don't forget to support them. If you're interested in a server for your race league. Also got the Extra Life Children's Miracle Network Hospitals link in the description of the race the description of the race as well. But thanks for coming in and joining me on TurnLeftTV. Man, we're getting close. We're getting close. I got a message that I'm eligible for the partner program. So help me out, man. Hit the thumbs up button. Share my videos. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks to all those folks who have stuck with me, all the new subscribers as well. And don't forget to smash the bell. Thanks for joining us, or joining me here on TurnLeftTV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, and I appreciate you being here tonight to watch this race. So qual's just about officially over here. Very, very close. All right, quals are over. We'll take a look at the qualification results, of course. As we switch it over. See if it'll give us the results here yet. There we go. Claudio Bardelli Jr. qualifies in P1 with a 29.902. Franco Alvarez qualifies in P2. Tim Lansbury qualifies third. Paul Brown fourth. Arthur Vieta will start in the fifth position. Givaldo Spindler will start sixth. You see Gordon Carter in the 56 car. He was fast in practice. Starts in the seventh position. John Stanley back from vacation or something, man. Good to see John starting in eighth. Dan Chesmore, the 00 car, will start in the ninth position. Preston Hassel will start 10th. Starting in the 11th position will be Ed Palumbo in the 54 car. Josh Brink of the 2 starts in the 12th position. Todd Robillard in the 90 car starts in 13th. Jim Willis 14th. Dennis Shurichin in the 47 starts 15th. Steve Pierce will start 16th. And I think we actually have somebody coming back who might have bailed out there for a second. Hopefully we'll get them back. Let's take a look at the track here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Just a little over a mile and a half in length. Of course, 4 turns. Get that little trioval area, of course. Banking in the turns, 24 degrees. This makes for a very fast track, man. And through the straightaways, 5 degrees of banking. And I'll tell you, man, these guys are not going to be able to run away from each other tonight. It's going to be very, very tight, so you're going to have to be able to manage traffic, and we'll talk about those keys to the race. But Atlanta hitting you in the face tonight. Take a look at the keys to the race here. Throttle control. I think a throttle control through those turns and through the tri-oval area as well. Tire management. It's easy to overdrive this car. As easy as this track is to drive. It'll have to limit that aggression. You're going to be in packs. You cannot be dicing around, lane changing and so forth. You're going to have to stay in line and look for an opening there. Manage that traffic and make good pit stops. It can be a little challenging here to get on and off pit lane. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm going to get my pick in here tonight. This could be a tough one. Get your picks in now. You got who you think is going to win this race. Well, I am going to go with, drum roll please, my pick to win this race is Paul Brown. Oh, peanut butter there, PB. He's going to win this race tonight. So he tends to do really well at these tracks that are just balls out, so to speak. And I think he has got the secret to be able to win here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Steve Pierce has been awfully fast here tonight too, man. He came in tonight. Somebody mentioned something about how fast he was, this Captain Morgan's sponsored machine. He said, hey, I'm ready to go. So look for Steve Pierce to be a contender here tonight in that 51 car. Josh Brink, he is picking Tim Lansbury. He's not picking himself? My heavens. Well, Tim Lansbury on the board there as one of the contenders tonight. How about Preston Hass on the 27, man? I mean, he's fast here too, an AMD Ryzen sponsor machine. So keep your eye on that 27 car. Valdo right now 5th on the grid in the warm-up session. Here with about just under 5 minutes left to go in warm-up. Don't forget, we got some more racing headed your way tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the final race of the IndyCar Series season. Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, 50-lap race from that great track. And it's race number 10, and we're going to crown the champion tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is Qualls. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. course, you cannot count the 19 car out here either. He is our pole sitter here, so the 19, Claudio Bardelli Jr., always a factor to win the race. So definitely want to consider him in the conversation. 56 car also is a contender here tonight too. I think Gordon Carter in the 56. He was fast in the practice session. So we'll have to see if when our Canadian drivers can get into victory lane. Kidding, he's going to be coming down pit lane here, so you get an idea of what it's going to be like to make a pit stop here. Coming off turn 4, you see things happen in a hurry, and it's easy to get rear-ended when you're slowing down. These guys do communicate. They announce out loud that they're going to be making a pit stop. But it is with impacts, man, it could be a little dicey there trying to make pit stops. You're going to have to be very, very careful. We'll step on the gas. Who knows, man? Gilmar Peixoto, that's 71. That's looking great. Cabo Frio football team. Paint scheme for him. Courtesy of Franco Alvarez, and appreciate Franco Alvarez's work too on paint schemes, and he does a great job. Great graphics work by him. Take a look at Franco. Franco definitely in the conversation as well to win an 83 car, Tire Pro sponsor machine. All right, boys and girls, looks like it's about that time. So hold on tight. This is going to get interesting. 100-lap race here tonight at Atlanta. It's race number 7 of the season, and we are ready to go green. All right, it is Atlanta, and it's a 100-lap race here tonight. And let's see, race number 7 of the season. We'll take a look at the starting order. So Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 19 starts at P1. Franco Alvarez starts outside row 1. Tim Lansbury and Paul Brown make up row number 2. Row number 3, Arthur Vieta, Givaldo Spindola, Gordon Carter, John Stanley, row 4. Row number 5, Dan Chesmore and Preston Hassel. Ed Palumbo and Josh Brink, row number 6. Row number 7 will be Todd Robillard and Jim Willis. Row 8, Dennis Unichin and Gilmar Peixoto. And row number 9 is Steve Pierce. Keys to the race here tonight. Again, throttle control, tire management, limit that aggressiveness, and also manage your traffic. You're going to be tight in packs here, so manage traffic and make good pit stops tonight here at Atlanta. Bardelli Jr., our pole setter, will lead the field to take the green flag. Like 2 laps here of formation laps. Don't forget to join EliteHostUSA.com if you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, or how about a website? EliteHostUSA.com can provide you with those services. That's who provides our services here at High Octane Racing League. And don't forget to go to SimLab. Go down into my description of the race and click on that SimLab link and help me out here at TurnLeftTV. I would appreciate that. So Alvarez there laying back just a little bit. Going to have to tighten it up. And hopefully not a caution fest tonight here. But we got 17 drivers joining us in a High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series. And a 100-lap race here tonight. Race number 7, and this could be a big one. Bardelli Jr. is the pole setter.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, we're off. Green flag. Side by side into turn 1. Bardelli Jr. now eking ahead. Got Tim Lansbury just behind. Lansbury looking on the outside. Staying in line. Vieta now moving up to 3. Alvarez has dropped back to the 4th position. Everybody behaving themselves so far. So Bardelli Jr. the leader as Lansbury is in 2nd. Vieta 3rd. Alvarez is in 4th. Gordon Carter rounding out the top 5 as they cross the start-finish line. Starting lap number 3. So Bardelli Jr. Side by side back there. Also Preston Hassel and Givaldo Spindola side by side. Back of the pack. We'll take a look at that. Good battle here with the 27 and the 68. 90 car in this mix as well. On board here with the 68 car. Gotta be really careful when you touch that yellow line. Car wants to drift up. And Preston Hassel able to eke ahead. Now Robillard looking on the outside of the 68 car. Oh, 68 drifted up there a little bit. 90 car, Ultra Sunoco sponsor machine, getting by the 68 car. Looking out at the back of his machine, you see Givaldo in that 12th position, Josh Brink in 13th. Getting kind of sorted out now, it looks like, as Givaldo falling back to the 14th position. Mardelli Jr. continuing to lead. Archie Vieta has climbed up there to that backside or the back end of the 82 car. So Archie Vieta looking faster at that NASCAR BR sponsor Camaro. Number 4 car. So he could be a factor here tonight. We didn't really talk about him too much in the pre-race show, but on board here with him as he runs in P3. Just behind Tim Lansbury, that Skyline Chili Ford Mustang. He's been fast since the practice session. Yeah, now starting to peek around on the inside. 83 car is in 4th. These guys have broken away. Running in P5 is Dan Chesmore, the 00 car. 54 at Palumbo, and that Mela Yellow sponsor machine running in the 6th position. The top Toyota here is the 00 of Dan Chesmore. A good two-way battle there as we take a look at Gordon Carter running in the 7th position. Just behind him, John Stanley in P8. Carter swinging wide here through the turn and slamming the door there on John Stanley. Guys starting to run up there by the wall. Middle of the track to the high line is the place to be. Could be a little dangerous once the tires start to wear out to be up there on that high line. Take a look at John Stanley here running in the 8th spot in the 12 car. Good little pack here running together. 77, Paul Brown running in the 9th spot. John Stanley, that Stanley Tool sponsor machine. Just behind the 56. Take a look at Jim Willis, the 53 car. He's gotten around Givaldo. And they're starting to battle it out there. So Gilmar in this mix as well. Gilmar in that 71 car on the inside. He's got a good run. Gilmar Peixoto's got a good run here as he's trying to get by. Oh, he touches the apron there, scrubs off some speed. Jim Willis holding on to that spot. Take a look at here. Paul Brown and John Stanley here battling it out. Paul Brown in the 77 car on the inside. Man, we got a mess of cars going on right now. 77 to the inside. He's going to pick up 2 positions as he gets by the 12 and now also gets by the 56 car. Sets his sights on the 00. So Paul Brown starting a little strong here. We got a spin here, I believe. Take a look and see what happened here. Take a look here. The 68 car. Oh, the 68 and 53 get together. Oh, the 71 in this mix as well. Nobody comes around.
Yellow.
Now we got a caution flag. There was all kinds of mess going on there. Not sure what the heck brought that one out. Take a look here. This is Givaldo in a 68 car spinning down pit lane. And looks like he spun coming off pit lane as well. He tried to get back out on the track and then spun the car. So that wreck started happening like a minute before that. Take a look here as 68 car gets up into 53. And then more contact. Jomar has nowhere to go. As Givaldo comes back across the track, and then Jim trying to hang on. He's got damage. But, yeah, Jomar, I'll tell you what, he had nowhere to go on that as well. On board here with Jomar, as you see that kick off right there. And he gets through, but there was some action there behind as well. We go back to live. So first caution flag. That was an interesting one there, man. Wow, a lot going on there. And Givaldo's got big-time damage. Peixoto's lost his connection, it looks like. That's a tough break there for Peixoto. Used to team speak anyway. It looks like he's still out here. And Givaldo is on pit lane in the 68 car taking some service, and he is in. We got a lot of guys coming down pit lane, it looks like. A lot of fellas on pit lane here. Uderson has stayed out. We take a look at the pit action. Dennis Uderson stays out to lead a lap. Ed Palumbo in the fifth position at 54 car, now in P4. So the 47, I suggest to you, he's probably going to come down pit lane here and take some service. Wanted to get those bonus points for leading the lap. Looks like maybe the 54 might be coming back down pit lane. So interesting situation there. Maybe banking on some fuel mileage situation. So a little mistake on pit lane from Ed Palumbo in the 54 car. Did not change the right side tires. It changed the left side tires. That crew has to put those right side tires on. He had to come back down pit lane. He's going to give us some track position at Meliala sponsor machine. Wow. If you're going to make a mistake, you might as well do it early on in the race and not have this take you out of contention late in the race. Don't want to have too many of those problems, that's for sure. So you see the 47 car coming down pit lane. Now we get the one to go there as Franco Alvarez is our leader. Willis on pit lane. He's taking a pretty extended pit stop here. He had a lot of damage on that as well. So Alvarez is the leader. Dennis Uderchin in the 47 car coming back off pit lane. All right, the 83 car, Franco Alvarez will lead the field to take the green flag.
Green flag, go, go,
All right,
go.
back to green. Lansbury in the 82 up on the outside line. Well, Alvarez is the leader, and 77's jumped up there, man. I'll tell you what, Lansbury has dropped back. He got freight train there on the inside line. And the 82 now back to the 6th position. '83, Franco Alvarez the leader. Paul Brown in the 77 car is in second. 27, Preston Hassel in third. Archie Vieta fourth. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is in fifth. Vieta looking on the inside. Vieta looking on the inside in that 4 car. Too wide there. Paul Brown goes to the high side. Got a little help with, see, we got the South Americans on the inside line. We got the Americans up on the outside line. North Americans, I should say. A little north versus south going on right now. The 4 car looking like he wants to get around that 83, giving the shot in the back end of the 83 car. And Archie Vieta, Claudio Bardelli Jr. also in this mix. Paul Brown leading that charge on the outside line. Has to tuck in, now back in the 4th position. This is getting dicey. And Palumbo up in this mix. The 54 car. Jim Willis has retired his machine. And the 00, Dan Chesmore. He's running into 7th position. Preston Hassel up on the high side, running in P6. Art Vieta now the race leader. He's gotten around Franco Alvarez. So Art Vieta now to the into the lead. We'll take a look at that pass. Art Vieta. Take a look at this pass here. Art Vieta on the inside. Franco Alvarez gives him the outside line. He's got a little help with Claudio Bardelli Jr. and Art Vieta gets by as Alvarez giving up that spot. Now back to the 7th position. So you look up here. This is a mess. Now Paul Brown's gotten around, man. We can't even watch the replays here. Things happening in a hurry. They're going to be 3 wide. The 4 and the 19 up on the high line. The 27 and 54 down to the bottom line. Dan Chesmore, the 00 car, a little squirrely through the turn. On board here with Dan Chesmore. See, he's in a heck of a lot of traffic right now. Figure out a way to get through. Got to be patient here as the 54 goes to the high side. Chesmore in the Toyota running behind the 27. A little squirrely there for the 27 through the turn. Coming off turn 4 through the tri-oval. Got to be really, really careful here, man. Guys, you just feel the aggression turning up here. Just feel the aggression. Preston Hassel drifting to the high side. He's going to leave that door open, man. Leave that door open on the inside. They're surely not going to go 3 wide. Paul Brown is the leader to 77. He wants to see these guys get racing. Oh, man, Preston drifting high again. Preston Hassel drifting high again, and this is going to get crazy here. Looking out of the back of Paul Brown's machine. Preston Hassel seems like he's having a little trouble keeping that car down on the bottom side here. Now they got a good run on the high side. Ed Palumbo in the Melly Yellow sponsor machine. Good run there for him. He's got help with the 4 and the 19. I have a feeling he's going to go down to the inside. What do you think? So far, not. Using the outside line, the 54 Melly Yellow sponsored Chevy. He is the leader. Paul Brown trying to find a way to get that car on the bottom side to get a little bit faster. Everybody wanting to lead this race right now. $70 laps to go. We got a lot of time to go here, man. One car out of the race, Jim Willis. He got caught in that accident, took a ton of damage. Look at that, Ritsky Novar joining us in the chat session. Good to see Ritsky. Ritsky Novar joining us, said, "Good morning, race fans." I'm not sure how I got that heart up there, but yeah, whatever. So Ed Palumbo in the 54, the leader. The 4 of Art Vieta running in second. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is third. Franco Alvarez fourth. And Todd Robillard in the 90 car, now up in P5. Paul Brown back to the 6th position. So a little gap there between P5, P6. These guys on a little bit of a breakaway from the pack. Palumbo leading that pack. And Robillard is in P5 at the back end of that pack. Got a battle here for the race lead. The 4-car to the inside. 4-car's got some help on the inside line. Is Palumbo staying on the outside line? And Arthur Vieta going to pick up that spot. Arthur Vieta clears. The 54 car has help from the 19. And now Arthur Vieta, the race leader, NASCAR BR sponsored Camaro. Robillard here in the 90. Oh, contact for the 90 car through the tri-oval. Hard contact for the 90 car. Oh, man, that was some really, really hard right side contact. Oh, boy, that crew is not happy with him right now. There was some big-time contact for the 90. Oh, man, that was just a hard lick right there. 90 car takes a hard lick into the outside wall through the tri-oval. Put out of the back of Franco Alvarez's machine. Oh, and you can see that hard lick right there the 90 took. Tim Lansbury in the 82 car up on the high side is 77. Paul Brown down on the inside line. The 77 car, he is yelling back at his crew, saying that car is wrecking loose right now. 77 says he's got a handful. He said he is wrecking loose right now, yelling at his crew. He is indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. So Paul Brown making a pit stop in the 77 car. As Arthur Vieta is our leader. Early pit stop for Paul Brown. So Paul Brown in the 77 car on pit lane here on lap 38. Early pit stop for the 77 car. I don't think this is what he had in mind. Finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. Make some adjustments on pit lane. Vieta, Bardelli Jr., Palumbo. 1, 2, 3. Bardelli Jr. goes to the high side. Giving it a look on the high side. Does he have help behind? Palumbo goes back down to the bottom. He's going to play both sides maybe here. No. Look at this. Archie Vieta coming down pit lane. And Palumbo on pit lane. Pit stops underway. Bardelli Jr. still has not made a pit stop, but we've got a wholesale. We've got a whole lot of pit stops underway. Bardelli Jr. out there by himself. As Arthur Vieta on pit lane. Bardelli Jr. Oh, man, he almost wiped out. Coming off the track, come down pit lane. Almost wiped out. My heavens, man. Did you see that? Vieta and Palumbo battling off pit lane. And Arthur Vieta on pit lane here in the 19 car. And that's going to give the race lead to Tim Lansbury in the 82. Gordon Carter running into second position. Vieta now back out on track. Tons of drivers on pit lane. Preston Hassel on pit lane. Dan Chesmore, the 00 on pit lane. The 82 is our leader. Uderchin in the second position. Gordon Carter third. Vieta is in fourth. So Brown really didn't pit too early there. Maybe a couple laps early. You see Dan Chesmore coming around. He's got a car that's overheating right now. And now Tim Lansbury, our race leader, coming down pit lane. Uderchin also on pit lane. So you see the 82 car heading into his pit stall. He finishes up his pit stop. You see that battle off pit lane between the 68, 82, and the 47 car. 68 is about 6 laps down. He had some pretty significant damage. And as we cycle around to pit stops, the 4 and the 54, 1-2. As we're starting to approach halfway in this race. So drama on pit lane. You see the 00 car does get around, and he takes over the 7th position as Lansbury getting up to full speed. A 2-horse race right now as Palumbo and Vieta. A little over a second lead over Bardelli Jr. Steve Pierce been kind of quiet here tonight for him. He is the last car on the lead lap. He's about ready to go a lap down. This 51 car, Captain Morgan sponsored machine. And he pulls over and lets those guys go. But he was fast in quals, fast in the practice session. So I'm a little surprised he might have gotten caught up in that earlier incident. This Captain Morgan number 51 car. So really had high hopes here tonight for a really good run. It's not over, though. He is in the lucky dog position. There is a caution flag that comes out. Take a look at Franco Alvarez here in the 83 car. He was running in P4. Just behind Claudio Bardelli Jr. Yeah, Palumbo down to the inside here, challenging the 4 car. How much racing experience do these two have, man? Vieta and Palumbo. And Palumbo in a mellow yellow sponsor machine gets by the 54 car. It's now Bardelli Jr. and looks like Alvarez have caught those guys. 19 car to the inside, tried to push that 54 car or get around to 54. Not able to do it. Or maybe not the right time. Palumbo is our leader now as the 4 of Archie Vieta running into second position. Fireball Flash Racing joining us in here. Dana Grover. Take a look at this. Tim Lansbury and Dennis Uderchin battling. Uderchin in the 47 car, the 82. Lansbury in his Skyline Chili Mustang. Down on the inside line, giving up a spot there to the 47 car. A couple Toyotas now running together there in 7th and 8th. Vieta to the inside of and Palumbo here battling back for the race lead. And the 4 car back to the lead. Looking out of the back of Vieta's machine, Bardelli Jr. a little bit of a push there. Pushes him up the track. And Bardelli Jr. in the 19 car going to take this spot. Franco Alvarez going to try to slip through as well through the tri-oval area. It'll get interesting here. There's guys go to the high side. Yeah, Palumbo looking for a friend right now. Palumbo has to tuck into the 4th position. Tim Lansbury says, I want that spot back. He's in the 82, battling the 47 car. The 47 had just gotten around him. Lansbury working his high line as he is way up the track, side by side with the 47. He does get that spot, now sets his sights on the 00 car. Take a look at John Stanley here in the 12. John Stanley running in the 11th position. He is the last car on the lead lap as these guys starting to roll up on him. He's wanting to try to maybe put a little bit of a gap between he and those leaders who are coming up behind him. Looking around the back of John Stanley. Oh, Bardelli Jr. might have slammed the wall. He might hit the wall. Bardelli Jr. looked like he made some contact with the wall. Stanley to the inside, giving these guys the high side. He knows that if he lets these guys go, he's still going to be the lucky dog. No sense of really driving the snot out of this thing. Oh, man. Oh, my heavens, man. Alvarez in the wall. Alvarez gets in the wall. Franco Alvarez contact with the outside wall. Trying to get it right. Some lap traffic. Oh, boy. It's getting dicey here, isn't it? It is getting dicey. Take a look here as Franco Alvarez in his 83 car. You've been seeing guys late in these runs starting to make contact with the wall. Take a look at Franco Alvarez in the 83. He's got a lot of speed there through that high side. Tim Lansbury just behind him. And that may have, who knows, that might have broken him loose a little bit. He slips up the track here. Oh, Chesmore driving up to the high side. And there's a lot of traffic going on here. You might have caught that a little bit late. Take a look at this. We're trying to take a look at that contact that the 83 made with the wall. It looked like the back end's wanting to come loose on this thing. And then through the trioval area, I think he makes contact with the wall. He's going to make a liar out of me, isn't he? So he is way up the track there, and the back end kind of getting squirrely on him.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We got a yellow flag here as we were looking for this incident here. Right there, looks like Bardelli Jr. That's where Bardelli Jr. made contact with the wall. We go back to live as it looks like maybe Vieira has made contact with the wall. It's not a very good broadcasting on my part. Sorry about that. Let's take a look and see what happened. Take a look here as Vieira gets up into the outside wall. Palumbo goes down to the inside and then comes back up. And then gets into the back of the 4 car, but I think the 4 had gotten up into the wall right there, made contact with the wall, came back down the track a little bit here. And Palumbo trying to miss him, and then drifts back up the track. And Alvarez had a ringside seat for that one. Get air out of that Alvarez's machine. And the 4 car had gotten into the wall, and Palumbo comes screaming back up. He's trying to avoid him, comes back up. The back end got loose. Now Vieira goes slide across the track. So right here, as the 4 gets into the wall. And then Ed Palumbo trying to miss the 4, gets up into the 4 car. And then the 4 coming through the grass. As we go back to live. So here we are under caution, here on lap 60. Been good racing here, man. Great racing. Don't forget the IndyCar Series finishes out the season tomorrow at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. 50-lap race to crown the champion in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. And at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, flag-to-flag coverage right here on TurnLeftTV. Saturday Night Thunder will be back in action tomorrow. Race number 6. They'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Atlanta. 110-lap race in the Cup Series. The Saturday Night Thunder at Hotlanta tomorrow, 9 p.m. John Stanley shown as the race leader. I suggest he's probably going to come down pit lane. One of the guys taking service right now. These look like Chessmore on pit lane taking some service. Boy, man, I'll tell you what, that tail end of that run right there, things started to get really, really aggressive. So you got Chessmore coming back out on track. Don't forget tonight's race brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server for your league, or how about just to practice on? There are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from, and also WordPress hosting or your online store, VPS hosting, and shared web hosting, also available through EliteHostingUSA.com. You see John Stanley, Preston Hassel, Franco Alvarez, Givaldo Spindle all coming down pit lane. Alvarez in the 83 car is our leader. We've got some guys that looks like maybe on the tail end of the lead lap there. Steve Pierce on the tail end, so he'll get the wave around, I believe, as he comes down pit lane. Don't forget to click on the link down in the description of this race and follow it over to the Sim Lab website. I have a sim rig myself from Sim Lab. I have the Evo 1. Love it, man. I've been able to purchase some stuff and just attach to it. I want something custom made. I get that from 8020.net. Custom piece, and then all the bolts and all that stuff just clips on right on. Easy. No problem at all. Been able to make some mounts and so forth. I actually bought I got handed to me basically a seat out of a Pontiac Fiero and was able to mount it to this race rig. So I raced from a car seat. It's been great, man. Very, very sturdy. Got 3 monitors attached, actually 4 monitors attached to this thing. And don't forget to support me by clicking on that link. If you decide you want to buy something, a sim rig or some equipment through them, please use my link. I would greatly appreciate that. It's like getting the one to go here as Alvarez has taken the inside line to 54. Ed Palumbo taking that outside line. 77 to 19 side by side here for the restart. The 77 for the most part has, when you looked at that first run where they did that first green flag pit stop, it looked like he had a little bit shorter run car. We'll see how this works out for him here as we get ready to go back green to start lap 64. Steve Pierce did come down pit lane, it looks like, so he is down 1 lap now, it looks like. All right, we got 54 to 77 working on the high side, the 83 to 19 working on the low side. Josh Brink in the 2 car. Haven't talked too much about Josh. He's up here in the 5th position. In 6th will be Tim Lansbury in the 82 car. Pace car's off. Here we go. Getting ready to go back green.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Need a gimbal. Hard to do that with a mouse. Side by side through turn 1. Coming off the turn, Alvarez inches ahead of the 54 car. 77 into the back of that 54, trying to get him to go. That is such an uncomfortable feeling to be in that mix right there. And just stuck. 19 car drifting high. They're scrubbing off speed, and the 54, with the help of the 77, punches out ahead. And the 82 in this mix as well. Did a shooting up front here in his 47 car. He got mired a little bit earlier back in traffic. Fell back quite a bit, but now running in P5 and looking to take over the 4th position. He's got a good run here on the outside now, taking over P4 as Alvarez drops back. Now getting the nose to tail. It's like Dan Chesmore got up into the wall in the 00 car. That Smurf sponsor machine. And the Toyota 00. 19 car up the track a little bit. This track getting slick now. 83 in the wall. Alvarez making contact with the wall as the 19 gets down on the bottom side.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We got a yellow flag here. We got a yellow flag, and I'm not sure what happened there. It's like Peixoto and maybe Givaldo might have come around. So caution flag here on lap 67. Down on the inside here. And it looked like 68 and the 56 get together. And the 68 loses his connection. That wasn't it. 71 car. 71 and the 12. And it looked like the 71 might have drifted up there into the 12 car. And the 71 sliding through the grass does a good job of keeping that thing straight. Take a look here as the 71 car drifts up into, makes a little contact. I don't know how much contact we actually made with the 12. And then comes back across. Whew, man. Let's take a look at what Preston Hassel saw out of this. Right here, he drifts up the track, he gets into the 12. So, Ed Palumbo, the leader. A little bit of damage there for John Stanley on that one. Take a look at this one more time. As you see, wow, we got the tower in the way. You see the 71 gets up into the 12. It does a great job, man, of getting the car pointed in the right direction. Wow, man. And Lansbury got by there, too, without getting any damage or getting caught up in that. So Ed Palumbo coming down pit lane here. Palumbo on pit lane. I think we got some guys maybe staying out. Artevieta staying out. Lansbury on pit lane. He's finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track, followed by the 77 car. Let's see if the little drag race here off pit lane. Watch this. 54 car and the 56. Oh, that 54 gets by. That wasn't much of a drag race. What are you talking about? It was Gordon Carter and the 47 drag racing off pit lane. That wasn't either. Maybe it was John Stanley in the 56 car. My God, we're going to see a drag race whether we want to or not. Here we go. Look at this drag race. Battle of the Canadians right there. 12 car wins that. Staple gun Stanley. We got more guys coming on to pit lane as we're watching some battling off pit lane. Artevieta, the leader. Man, does he just seem to find a way to get the car up front? I mean, how many times have we seen Artevieta leading a race here at High Octane Racing League? You see Steve Pierce finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. Well, Vieta shown as the race leader, the 83 Franco Alvarez, who's had some pretty significant contact with the outside wall. He's running into second position. Bardelli Jr. third. Josh Brink up to the fourth position. Preston Hassel shown in fifth. Don't forget the IndyCar Series final race of the season coming up tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on TurnLeftTV. It's the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. It's the season final. Or I should say finale, right? Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, live right here on TurnLeftTV, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're getting ready to go back green. All right, the 4 cars taking the inside line. 83 starts the outside line. 19 on the inside. Number 2 car starts in the 4th position. Up on the outside line. The pace car coming off the track.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Oh, man, into the back of the 4 cars, the 19. Alvarez, good start there on the outside line. The 4 car tucks up on the outside line behind the 83. Now the 83 dropping down to the bottom side. So the 83, the leader. 4 car in second. 19 in the 3rd position, and 54 is in 4th. Good nose to tail. Everybody sort of behaving themselves here on this restart. Shoto came down pit lane. Looks like he's retired his machine. Look at that, man. Nose to tail. 83, the 4, the 19. 54 in the 4th position. Josh Brink running in P5 in the 2 car. Budweiser sponsor machine. So Peixoto has retired his machine. Tough to see that going on there, that's for sure. Valdo also out of the race. Dan Chessboard and Gordon Carter here battling it out. Chessboard goes to the high side. Gordon Carter down to the inside line. That 00 going to get by. So Chessboard now moving up to the 8th position. Gordon Carter falls back to P9. Now he's trying to tag onto the back end, latch onto the back end of this group here. And that group is led by the 83 car. Fireball Flash says he has watching Pitbull. Why do you want to go watch some dude who's going to lip sync? Oh, boy. We come from different eras, man. That's for sure. I'm sure that was a high-energy show. Oh, he's going to see Pitbull. There you go. I could have talked you out of that. My God. John Stanley off the track. Not sure what happened to John Stanley, whether he got lost his connection or what. John Stanley now down on the inside on the apron, says there's something wrong with the car. Something wrong with the car, my heavens. And the 12 car on the pit lane. Oh, man, he had a lot of speed early on, but something went south on that car. John Stanley out of the race and will finish Looks like he will finish in the 14th position. So you got that 1 through 8 here, nose to tail. Less than a second separate, wow, now just a second separate P1 from P8. And these guys have sort of calmed down a little bit. Maybe starting to think about some fuel mileage situation. Todd Robillard had contact earlier in the race with the wall, and that car has not behaved since then. Hard right side contact early in the race. Now finds, oh, he's down on the apron there almost. That thing almost came around on him. He finds himself back in the 13th position. 2 laps down for the 90 car. Steve Pierce, 51, running in the 12th position. He is 1 lap down in the lucky dog spot. Last car on the lead lap is Dennis Unichin in P11. Preston Hassel just ahead in the 27 car. We're getting some word that maybe the 19 car might be coming down pit lane. Hearing on the radio, chatter on the radio that the 19 might be coming down pit lane this time. This is going to be interesting. See the 19 car peeling off the track, slowing down. He warned everybody that he's going to be making a pit stop. The 19 car making a pit stop here under green on lap 85. Now lap 86. Gambling, pitting early. As Franco Alvarez is the leader, the 4 car. Archivieta running in the 2nd position. Ed Palumbo is 3rd. Bardelli Jr., our pole setter, into his pit box. So the 83, he's going to be coming down pit lane. Dash of fuel there for the 19 car back out on track. 83 indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane this time by. Josh Brink running in the 2nd position. Alvarez at the Tire Pro sponsor machine. This is tough to get onto pit lane here. He gets off the track down pit lane. So our race leader giving up the race lead to come down pit lane. And now the 82 is the leader. Alvarez and Brink on pit lane. Double zero car looking like he wants to get around. Now Paul Brown is the leader, I should say. Josh Brink, Paul Brown and the double zero. Dan Chesmore misses his pit entry. Dan Chesmore misses pit entry.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And we got a yellow flag. We've got a yellow flag. Chesmore missed pit lane. He missed the cone on pit entry. And we got a yellow flag here. Oh boy. Paul Brown on pit lane during yellow. Lansbury in the catbird seat. Couple things went on here. Let's take a look at this. Chesmore coming off the track to come down pit lane, and he's going to miss the cone. He is way outside the cone right there. In the grass and on the pit lane. And then the caution flag comes out. And the caution flag comes out because, Bardelli Jr. gets into the back of the 4. I think the 4 was coming down to pit. He gets slammed. So the 19 car, top speed here, gets into the back of the 4. Oh, man, he just gets rear-ended right there. Man, I'm not sure. A lot going on there. So it looked like Vieta had finished up his pit stop, came back on track, and might have been waiting for those guys to come back around, and got ran into. '82 coming back down pit lane. The 00 coming back down pit lane. So Franco Alvarez is shown as the race leader. So big time problems here late in the race with some of these guys. There was a lot going on there at the same time. Jomar was saying that he had a problem with his connection. Tell you what, Jomar, what I would do is make sure each and every time before I join the race that I would unplug my modem, leave it unplugged for about 5 minutes or so, and then plug it back in, let it get a new IP address. That's what I do before I stream. And it seems to help me, making sure I get a fresh IP. That might help you. Make sure you got all those processes you don't need running shut off as well. Make sure nobody else is on the Wi-Fi or anything like that in your home. You're the only person on the internet. Nobody's streaming movies or anything. So Franco Alvarez finds himself in the race lead, and some major contenders are out or off the pace. And that would be, well, Bardelli Jr. is out of the race. Also, Vieta's got some pretty significant damage. He's on pit lane taking service, so he's got some pretty major damage that he's getting repaired. And Alvarez looks like he's going to take the inside line here on this. He's got a longest line penalty, it looks like. So that's going to give Gordon Carter the race lead, I believe. As we take a look at Artur Vieta on pit lane. Taking service, pretty substantial amount of damage there. He got hit really, really hard. He is now down 1 lap and may end up losing another lap. So Gordon Carter in a 56 car, High Place Moving sponsor machine, is our race leader. Dan Chesmore in second, Dennis Shudich in third. Tim Lansbury is in fourth. Josh Brink has dipped down pit lane. Vieta still on pit lane taking service. It's going to be interesting here on this restart. So a tough break there for Bardelli Jr. He had so much damage. He's retired his machine from the race. That's a tough break there for the 19 car. Six laps to go when we go back green. Can you feel the intensity getting turned up here? I certainly can.
Green flag, green flag.
And we're back to green. Go. Gordon Carter in the 56 car on the inside. Dan Chesmore in that Toyota up on the outside line. Oh, man, they're getting dicey there. There's contact.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Contact and a big caution flag there. Uderchin might have gotten caught up in that as well, the 47 car. Let's take a look here. The 82 gets into the back of the 00 car. And then 47 got caught up in that. 47 on his side. On board here with Lansbury. Looked like that Chesmore had gotten down pretty low, got out of the gas, and Lansbury got into the back of him. Take a look at Dennis Shudichin's machine. This is going to kick off behind him, and he gets turned. Man. 27 car, let's see what he saw. We'll take a look at that, see what that 27 car saw. Back here and take a look out of the front of his machine. Oh, man. Hard lick there. Paul Brown had a ringside seat for that as well. Wow. Wow, that one got interesting, didn't I? I told you the intensity level was going to go up on that. You think we're going to have maybe a green-white checker here on this one? The 56, Gordon Carter, the race leader. Don't forget, man, we got some more Atlanta headed your way tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Saturday Night Thunder, the Cup Series, will be here. 110-lap race number 6 of the season. Very storied series. There's a series there. 22 years this series has been going on. So the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder, 110-lap race from Atlanta coming up tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. We got a green-white checker on our head. We have got a green-white checker. Is it going to be green-white wrecker? Now we got the 56 and 27 there side by side. The 77, 54 side by side. The 83 and the 47 side by side here on the restart. Dan Chesmore, the 00. He's going to have some pretty significant damage. So here we go. The pace car's off. Green, white checker here at Atlanta. Well, the first half of that race was so good. And this back half has been a little messy. Oh, they get into one another. 77 car gives that 56 a little bit of a shot in the back end. '56, Gordon Carter. Does he have enough muscle to be able to bring this car into race victory? Paul Brown into 77, just behind. 27 car, Preston Hassel, AMD Rising spots a machine up on the outside line, cross the start-finish line. We'll have one to go. Can Gordon Carter hold off a charge by the 27 car? Oh, boy, they're going to get tight. Through turn one, there's a run on that outside line. The 27 car has a good run to 56. Trying to come back side by side now with the 54 car. The 54 drops to the bottom line. Ed Palumbo drops down to the bottom line now. Going to take that spot. Oh, squeeze it. They're 3 wide. Contact there coming off the turn. The 54 car. Ed Palumbo is going to take the victory. What a race. What a race. And the 54 car gets the win. Wow. What a battle there, huh? I said, man, you let this guy start winning, he's going to start winning in droves. Man, there was a big wreck there. Let's take a look at this replay. There was a contact there. Let's see what happened here. 56 comes up. 27 holding his line there, and that 56 gets into the 27 car. Ed Palumbo had slipped through and then bouncing back, and the 56 coming across the line in the grass. And the 56 car is going to get the win. Ed Palumbo getting the win here at Atlanta. Got to hang it out there, man. Wow. What a finish. Green-white checker here in Atlanta. And it was green-white wrecker. Let's take a look at the final results. Ed Palumbo gets the win. Preston Hassel finishes second. Todd Rublard, how about that? Battling back for a third-place finish. My heavens. Dennis Schuderchin finishes fourth. Paul Brown fifth. Franco Alvarez finishes in the sixth position. Dan Chesmore seventh. Gordon Carter finishes in the eighth spot. Josh Brink ninth. Steve Pierce finishes in the 10th position. Finishing in P11 is Archie Vieta. Tim Lansbury finishes 12th. Claudio Bardella Jr. 13th. John Stanley finishes 14th. Jomar Peixoto finishes in the 15th position. Givaldo Spindola finishes 16th. And Jim Willis finishes in P17. Wow, that was a crazy, crazy finish to that race. A lot of contact there. A lot of contact there. Ed Palumbo knows where victory lane's at, doesn't he? We'll see if we can't get Ed Palumbo up here in the booth with us. Got Ann Palumbo joining us up here in the booth. Man, that was a wild, wild finish.
Yeah, it felt pretty wild. I kind of feel bad for pressing. I said I'd push him, which I did, but I come to the last lap, you know, the race car driver in me.
Right. All's fair in love and war, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know, it seemed like you were working with some other guys on strategy, and just about the time you guys figured out what your strategy was, you had to throw it all out the window and figure something else out.
Lost track. Yeah, it looked like Artur. We came out of the pit together, but it looked like he slowed down to wait for Claudio, and I don't know. They got together after that, and then I got a lap down and got the wave around. Worked out for me.
Yeah, there was a heck of a lot of happening in that race. That's what I was saying is you know you guys seemed to be working on some strategy of what you were going to do, but every time you sort of had something figured out, you had to change the strategy.
Yeah, I definitely had to change the strategy, and those guys, a lot of those guys went in. I couldn't go back in because I was the wave around. And it worked out for me.
Yeah,
anyway.
You had a lot of great cars up front too. You know, Preston was up there, and you know Gordon, his first time being up there and maybe battling for a win. You know, maybe tugging at your heartstrings a little bit when you dove down to that inside to take that shot and get around.
Yeah, well, you know, it was a slingshot move. I had that draft from being behind him. I just did it. I don't know. You only got like a microsecond to think about it.
Yeah, you did a great job, man. You got a good track coming up next week. Maybe a good track, depending on what your perspective is. New Hampshire. What do you think about that track? It's exactly how I feel about it.
Yeah, I don't know. The week after next, I'll be away, so I won't even be here. I don't know how many races.
That's Pocono there, so.
Well,
you're gonna be like at a concert or something, huh?
No, I already did that. No concerts not till next month. I already went to one. I try to do 2 a year. I love music. I love live music. It's awesome.
You drummer, and what's your concert you're gonna go see? The next one you're gonna go see?
Styx.
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, Don Felder, he used to play with the Eagles. And Joe Bonamassa, I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
Yeah, blues guy.
Yep, yeah, great guitar player. Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, awesome. Well, hey, man, congratulations getting the Mellow Yellow sponsor machine back in Victory Lane and at Atlanta. And, you know, maybe we'll see how Loudon turns out for you.
Yeah, we'll see. I was saying to the guys that I think I broke this black car's bad luck streak. Put it in Victory Lane tonight.
Yeah, I don't ever want to hear that again. I painted my ass off to get through that scar.
Well, normally every time I drive, I get wrecked. And like the past couple of weeks, let me give it a try, you know.
It's funny, from the moment you said that to me, every time I see you out on the track in that car, it's like, oh, he's out in the bad luck car now. So even I'm thinking it now.
Yeah, well, I guess I broke that streak tonight. It's a nice looking car, no doubt.
Well, hey, congratulations. Good to see you in Victory Lane. An exciting finish, too. And good luck to you next week.
Okay, man. Thanks a lot. Great. Love what you do, man. Do a great job.
Thank
you, man. All right, good night.
So that's Ann Palumbo celebrating the victory in the 54 Mellow Yellow. Now the good luck machine. Maybe it's the chrome rims on the thing. I don't know. But, hey, great to see the 54 back in Victory Lane. Some more racing headed your way coming up tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the final race of the IndyCar Series. Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, a 50-lap race. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Don't want to miss it. Should be a fun race. Flag-to-flag coverage right here on TurnLeftTV. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That is EliteHostingUSA.com. Thanks for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Please share my videos with all your friends, and definitely hit the thumbs up button, man. We got some big news coming up here fairly soon, I think, at TurnLeftTV, and excited about that, and it's all because of you guys helping me out here. So please help me out by sharing my videos and hitting the thumbs up button and getting that code out there so everybody can see these videos coming up in their suggested feed. And again, hey, thanks so much for coming out here and joining me. That's going to do it for me tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am out of here. We'll step on the gas.